Phil. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a poke bowl. Or a poke bowl, but I think it's poke, because in the land of Hawaii, they pronounce all vowels, like aloha and halakalikimaka, whatever the f that is, I don't know, and pina colada. Poke bowl is Hawaiian food, which has been requested a hell of a lot of times by BagOfSuck. Okay, BagOfSuck, here's your day in the sun. Even though this kind of feels like Japanese food. Where does this food that we're making come from on this hopelessly outdated globe? This is an antique. I'll carefully spin it, and here we are in the Pacific Ocean. So, yeah, Hawaii should be like here. I think that perhaps these islands could maybe be it, just north of, is that supposed to be Australia? No. Yes. What the shit is this map? Anyways, it's right between this lady with the flag and this guy with the balloon. And as you can see, Japan's right there, so naturally they were like shipping sushi this way across the ocean, and some of it became disassembled in the shipping process. And that's how poke bowls were born. Also, let me take this moment to acknowledge the inevitable pun about poke balls and Pokemon and pocket monsters and all that shit, just in the context of Pokemon was the specific piece of like nerd or geek culture where I like figured out that I ain't about that life. Like, I'm a little bit of a nerd, but like I'm not on that level. So no puns here, no jokes, no entertainment, only serious cooking. We upgraded the kitchen, the humor's over. Okay, I'm gonna make some rice for this bowl, and in the context of whatever the f we're making, I'm gonna opt to make sushi style rice. Oh man, how good am I? I eyeballed 2 cups of rice right from the store. Oh, by the way, we got so many updates. Now that I moved, I'm off that Kroger life. But to be fair, we did do the great movement, the campaign to get Kroger to notice me, senpai, and they didn't respond. So I hate to say it, but Kroger. But yeah, now we're on the Lucky's life, which is partially owned by Kroger. All right, you can rinse rice if you're dumb, but we're going for that gluten. This is not a dish for people who are gluten-free. If you want to make this dish gluten-free, just don't eat it. Adding our water. This is just how you make rice. You don't really want to do 1 to 2. That's probably would be too much water. And gas stove. I've discovered that this range gets really hot, which is fun. And I will also show you that the very first time I cooked here, I removed the fire detector, or smoke detector, because it goes off for anything. Now it lives in one of my cabinets. We're waiting for Kevin to get here, which I'm sure like a selection of our viewership is like, that Kevin, because that's what they like to do. But he gets off work later than us, so I feel like he's got somewhat of a legitimate excuse. So making the rice, we're gonna make it ahead of time because we don't want it to be hot necessarily. If you think about what we're doing, we're taking raw fish and putting it on something. And if you took raw fish and put it on hot rice, it might cook it a little bit. We don't want that. I'd also like to take this time to tell you that my anonymity has been compromised and that I got recognized at Lucky's when I was buying the fish for this recipe by 2 very tall gentlemen who approached me at the counter, and they said, "Look my butt, look my butt, look my butt." And in that moment, I realized that if nothing else, at least I've left one small piece of legacy on this fine world. But anyways, yeah, I guess I've rambled enough, so we'll be back in a minute. I forgot I was cooking rice. We were just watching memes on YouTube, so the rice is done. Put the rice that is now cooked into a bowl. I hope that's cooked. Looks weird, doesn't it? No, that's cooked. It's just a little weird. I don't know why it's weird. This is. Alright, I'm going to season it with some sushi vinegar, which is literally what was it? Vinegar, rice vinegar diluted with water to 4.1% acidity, sugar, and salt. But of course, you know what I do is I use some of this and then I add more sugar and salt because I'm an American man and I like sugar and salt. And if you want this to get super sticky, you can fan it. I don't think I've got it in me. We've done it before in our sushi episode. Click there, away from me. There was a liberal sprinkling of kosher salt and 2 baby spoons of sugar. I'm sure it's plenty. And we're incorporating that in some state. Can't remember which one. I'm just kidding, of course I know. So basically, we're gonna set that aside until we're gonna use it later. Just let it cool off. Well, that was that. Easy peasy. We'll be back whenever Kevin gets here. He's bringing avocados. That's why it took him a while. That's not a beer. Bye. Hey, everyone's here now. We're drinking some cleaning products. Yep. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, I would rather do a shot of this.
All right, now that everyone's here, we can begin. Well, we'll continue to begin. We already began. Here I have some sushi grade tuna. You can tell it's sushi grade by the fact it doesn't smell like shit. Also, it was previously frozen, which is an important part of making it okay to eat in the raw. Since we live here in central United States, our fresh fish options are limited, and so we're kind of rolling the dice by eating this tonight. But you know, sometimes you gotta just risk it, like a biscuit. Chop your fish against the grain into cubes. If you are skeptical of your fish, chop it into smaller cubes. I'm not skeptical. This fish looks fine. It smells good too.
Why would chopping it into smaller cubes help?
It will minimize the textural unpleasantness if the fish was bad. So if you had a giant piece of fish and it was bad and you just were like honking on it, then you would be dead. But if it's small, then you would be like, oh, that wasn't so bad. I have about 1.5 pounds of tuna here. Yeah, I'll just cut it this way. You gotta be careful since you see with the grain that it can come apart easily. So if you're not careful while chopping, you might f the fish up. Make sure you burp on the fish for your friends' benefit. I didn't actually do that. Alright, there's our tuna. Bowl of tuna. Looks good. As is typical of our show, I'm not going to give you specific recipes. No measurements, just give it some rice vinegar. Give it some soy sauce. This is tamari. Is that regular soy sauce? Why do I have this?
You don't like regular soy sauce?
No, I just don't know why I have this particular kind. And some sesame seed oil. Not too much of that. And some sesame seeds themselves. And maybe some salt. I think we should do salt. Yeah, looks just like watermelon. Alright, that's gonna be hanging out in the fridge while you do everything else. I got a Daikon here. Daikon rhymes with Saigon. Did you know? You could peel it. Daikon's a weird radish. You just want some of them impurities to peel right off there. You also want your dogs to shut up. Shut up. Alright, are you folks at home excited for something wild and crazy? Yes! Let me introduce you to the Spiralizer! I bought this a while ago and somehow have not managed to use it on the show, even though I use it IRL kind of regularly. The Spiralizer is just a goofy tool. It takes vegetables and makes them into fun. I'm gonna rotate this. So this is how I operate a Spiralizer. God damn it. Here we go. What it does is it takes the vegetables and it turns them into noodle-like objects. The really fun thing about this is if you do it properly, you can get like 6 feet long noodles if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, there's a core in the middle. It's called the core. It gives you one of these weird plugs that I think are comical to look at. It's like a bolt or a screw or maybe like a small umbrella. But here's why it's so entertaining. Someone's gonna have to grab the other end of this. I'm just gonna coil that up. I'm gonna show you another application of the Spiralizer with a cucumber. This time we're gonna use a different plate. We're not gonna make noodles, we're gonna make ribbons. So we're gonna use the ribbon plate. How have I not used this on the show yet? I keep meaning to do that. Daikon, Daikon. All right, here is the ribbon maker. This is actually much more common. I've been to restaurants where they like serve this on shit before. But you get these cucumber ribbons, which are kind of fun. Look at that. It's vegetable fun for the whole family. But look at that, one cucumber turned into all these fucking cucumber ribbons. All right, so while we're prepping this stuff, we're gonna have an on-deck plate. We're having to move stuff too while we're not using it. How fucking cool is that? And that's also one continuous ribbon. This is so much less exciting. I'm just chopping shit. This is one bunch of green onions, which is probably too much, but that's fine. Here are some peas. I'm gonna slice them into strips and hopefully not chop my fingers. That was easy. Okay, we did that. And I got shredded carrots, but you could also use spiralized carrots.
Yeah!
Shredded carrots are easier. I'm with these. There is no term for people who are being unruly that is not offensive, but I'm with these unruly people. Here are some soft poops from the Mayo bottle. Soft poops. And then you add the Sriracha. Strong poop, but painful. A little bit of fish sauce for the dank. Yeah. Then you add some lime for the tang. Then you mix it up in a cup. This needs more mayo. Viscosity's getting better. All right, let's make a poke bowl. Use your bare hands to get some rice. Form it into a mound. The mound is important. It's for presentation purposes. You want like a pyramid of food or a mountain of food. Food mountain. Just do your best. All right, here we have our assembly station. Let's start with the outside ingredients. Use one Daikon noodle. Actually, you could break it. It's fine. One Daikon noodle. Next, we'll add some shredded carrot. Wow. Some cucumber ribbon. Again, gonna have to break it. Wow. Some pea shreds. Okay. Next, some avocado. If you keep the avocado in organized pieces, it'll look better. We didn't do that. Also some green onions. Okay. Make sure your ingredients are separated. That looks kind of nice. Right? Right? Now add your pieces of tuna in the middle. Gabagool. See how there's a nice little mountain of tuna there? That's nice. You can add some Sriracha mayo if you're into that. You can actually use this to drizzle, or you could use a spoon. Probably a spoon would be better. Okay, I got a spoon for my drizzle because the chopstick wasn't doing it. Let's give it one of these. Looks pretty nice. Now listen, if you want to do some real gourmet shit, you gotta get microgreens. This shit is on any pretentious hipster place's meal, and all you do is you take little microgreens and you put it right there, and holy shit, that dish just got fancy. One extra thing you could add is Shichimi Togarashi. Some seasoning. Oh my god. There's just so much flavor here. Who can handle that much flavor? Nobody. 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 Last but not least, we need some ginger. If you got fancy ginger, you could make a flour, but I got shredded ginger, so no flour to be made. Look at that. Look at that shit. That is how you do it. There's so many ingredients in here, you could eat anything. Let me eat that raw fish. Oh, it's nice. Tastes just like Hawaii. Alright, it's gonna take me a while to eat that. But that is how you do it. I think. I have nothing more to add. Have a good night and bye.
Just subscribe. You don't have to smash any buttons. In fact, you should not do that. Have some self-respect.